She's saying that she doesn't want. She doesn't want to be a person, meaning take care of men financially, right?
Yeah.
And then she doesn't want to be a nurse, meaning take care of him because he's sickly and old. Because a lot of times that's when men want to settle down and stop playing around when they sickly or old and they're like, oh, I need somebody. That's what she was saying.
Let me cut off. I had a technical difficulty here. Had some technical issues real quick, but let me go ahead and get off to the soliloquy real quick. I listened to Michelle Obama's interview, which was like a little small clip, and she spoke some truth about being in a partnership and how love is going to be hard. It's going to be hard work. It's going to be hard. It's going to be stressful. Okay, and that's why it's so important to get into a relationship with somebody that you respect. You're equal in terms of morals, and both parties have to be selfless. Okay, and when we say the word equal, it's not about finances, it's about values and morals. Okay? And we get caught up with those things because you have, how can I say this? You can get sold on and not have any underneath. And see, this is where it goes wrong for all of them. And that's from Michelle Obama's statement. Now, who I think actually won the war of advice because it was actually certain. And I'm going to tell you why. Like 32 years old, I have answers to most things. I was absolutely dumbfounded when I heard the sermon. And which, like, I have to be honest about it. He put on as that collective men and women completely at fault when it comes to these things. And I'm going to tell you why. Men are designed for their attention, into a woman. Okay? That's where the love actually ours is from within us. Okay? Now, on a spiritual sense and a biological sense, women are to man.
What? You said lies?
Because you're designed because I'm telling you the way he broke it down, okay? And he broke it down, it's like, oh, how can you love somebody when you don't learn this, like how you don't learn how to love first, okay? God created man first, okay? He did not manifest the same way he did man. Pull a woman from the side of his rib. That's what you mean. You womb of the earth. You put pain, unfortunately, because you bring life into work when it comes to childbirth. That's the exact gift of it, okay? So when you about a date, think about fellas and ladies. When a woman gets angry, she's vengeful. And so like, you have kids together, they so to get kids home, like, you know what I'm saying? Go against him because they acted vengeful.
You got some guys that make kids, you know.
You do.
And that's and then when sin started, that's how we became at odds, men and that started. So this is
because you broke order and the structure that was given.
But on child is a product of that started in the garden.
And have I said that that's where the destruction between men and women had fell apart?
You have to spirit love because God commands the man to love his wife. You will never find in the word God loves.
The man is we host this. We have so.
I
may sound like a heathen. I may sound like a heathen.
So if love, she's supposed to do one. I can't stand you, man. Ooh, I can't hear you, but here's your dinner.
Now, this is where I'm going to keep it in this proper context. It says a wife should submit to her husband. The complete scripture now, just like the Lord's church when it comes to preaching the word.
Come on, shit, bro.
So
this coming out.
collect play. So I mean, also you got to quote it in its complete context. You got to get this as a learning experience. Men that you had that much or don't that with it with, and that's a good question. Okay, and then I'll make sure I say this the right way because we put so much on the things that we can see that we take time to actual internal part of somebody. Okay, so this is why we always talk about between men and women. A man is actually take a lot of things. We can love you and pour and analyze a whole pain. Even because you know what I'm saying? Huh?
Because a man or woman can be single but not be available. If we can be talking for they not reveal their desires and emotion. That's the full responsibility. It's like if he that how can I check out now he's not.
Well, I mean, you're trying to move. This TG Jakes was going because now you're taking a role and you're using women which actually pass the faith. You don't want to. You're expecting him to show femininity. It's not the to do that. That's if something also actually bothers us. Internalize pain. We internalize a lot of these things.
It's one thing to communicate your other things. I know the real you and not just surface level. When you get to love somebody, you should have those little things. So you were talking about getting to know a person and knowing if they have to reveal that.
Okay. Ooch, is it anything we on this move?
Yeah, there's a
we
few
want their participation. What do you say?
Well, Katrina, what up, Katrina? Anyway,
Hey,
Katrina. She said, God says He finds a good thing. Hey, I can't. I can't reach.
First, I know already. You said that. I'm gonna cut that off right now.
And she said, I don't know what Bible he's been reading.
First of all,
women to put.
First of all, if TJ is going, you gonna okay, you may quit. Now, this is a prime example. You and he asks his follower. His word carries more weight. Okay, since the regular just saying the same damn thing over it, and that's right now. It's not about who says it in the word. Yep. It's about getting the message. A friend I told me a long time ago, you can learn. You can learn.
A lot
of dumb fuck in this world.
You learned a lot from her.
But I'm not going to. She said when your wife find a good key wife, you have to earn the title. I said this way, you have to earn the right to be a priority. You have to earn to be a priority.
Yeah, that's why I'm moving her.
The only pushback I would, and the only question I have with TJ said is about like the kind of a woman is to be a nurturer and a loving person. I mean,
are you learning
we as boys run up to men, we need our fellas because we learn how to like. We learn like, man, I got your back. Shoot like love, like I think like show us that. How, like the love, the nurture, like the care. When I think about like OGs in the neighborhood, and then like your girl, the mother in the church, like all that. It's love. It's a love different.
Right. Men have to have love, and women, I just like to take that shit to y'all magnify it. For real.
Men show us how to love. Men show us how to love.
Yes.
Like other show. Like kids have their mama or like that. This I don't know.
Put like a woman with a child. No matter how old y'all gets, they're always gonna crave and want father. No matter how much you do them, they always search and want to know who their dad is and want to be close to them.
I come around as an existence of Sam.
Okay, and this is about fathers being so sorry to keep their kids away from them. You know what I'm saying? Because that's it. Being tied that to the side because in the end it hurts our kid. And this is a start from curses.
I think I understand.
I've learned. He preached to me.
I agree with part of it.
I think only like he say like a woman, like cause I think a woman is like designed for someone love and pour into that. But I think what you say is that men love it. Men love the right love. Because if I'm mad, if I'm mad at my child, I'm mad at my significant other, so I'm gonna change the love and still handle my responsibilities and do what I'm doing. If a woman, she'll love you and give her love, but as soon as she get mad at you, I'm taking the kids, or I'm doing this, or the love changes. So I think that's the thing.
Fuck the love, respect as they father.
Yeah, appreciation, respect is what you definitely want from a woman you try to see and be with.
Yeah, I said I was gonna say some peace, man. Like I said, I'm holding women accountable just like I'm holding men accountable. Like false on both.
That's a very good debatable topic.
But I think part of what he's insinuating with that whole piece is that with that masculine not honoring men because they feel like they can do the same thing or they be like that. It's not too late to respect them. That's not here. That nobody can teach you. Of course, we don't see that. It's hard when women say bro, or like just if we see that, we're going, a lot of women replicate that. We have examples of what it looks like to honor a man. It's not just it's truly honoring who he is, respecting him. But if you don't respect him, then you can't honor somebody you don't respect.
Respect him, he gonna teach you certain treatment based off of the energy of no respect that you have for you. He definitely cheated.
All right, so. We can pick this up. I got a perfect for the show with the Battle Sector show. I got a perfect. We can, you know what I'm saying? We do got to move on. We on the time frames now. We on the frames. All right, but this is a perfect segue to the. This is a perfect segue. Actually, it's funny. I go back late and inspired this next topic and talk with somebody about this particular topic. You want to set it up? You want me to set it up?
Go ahead.
All right. So, all right. So anyway.
John Stockton.
So, then talk about basic manhood and being a provider. You have some women, I have got the statistics on the first one to say that, some women feel like you're not a man unless you're paying 100% of the bills. It's 100%. Okay. And so it starts and you hear about head of household, being a man like that. So should men pay of bills. That's interesting. I'm talking about bills. We include the household bill, the bill, the daycare, groceries, etc. Gucci bill bank, Gucci bill fund. I'm talking about that.
Yep, is anyway.
I'm gonna hit it off, man.
All right.
Because when I posted flyer, she's on live right now.
Hey, come.
Basically said like she agreed that men should send bills. My response was, it's a show and going to receive. So since we here in this moment, I'm gonna say there's nothing wrong with a man having 100 bills that he got the bag like switch to do. I mean, I don't know how to come down. I'm gonna shoot straight. That man gonna have a whole lot of business out. He ain't gonna be able to him. Just saying, be brutally honest. This man been paying all of this. You would say nothing to him. Don't nag me. Shut the fuck up. I'm gonna come in with two. Probably a few bitches on the side. Don't shut up and gonna deal with it. Why? Because I'm paying this. Wait. I got a little. And here's that, right? All men with power. And they got these wives that don't really do much for their wives, right? They all men have known to fuck around. Even late Brian about his situation, right? Kevin caught on camera fucking people just like her. What their wives do at that press conference? They're right next to them, right? They know. You know what I'm saying? What they gonna call out? You gonna go out and find a peak. So got this bills. There might be a couple of cases where some men doing it and they still good to you, all good for you. But 8 out of the 10 men, man, you ain't gonna better tell that man nothing. Am I lying?
Broke and cheat too, so it's different.
So imagine one with money though. He gonna throw it right in your.
No, go ahead. You go ahead.
Tell you.
No, go ahead. You go ahead.
My question is, where I feel like it's a mentality type of thing. If you're in a relationship, that's like a partnership. Most men are going to step up and do that, and your money is like, all right, if you want to go pay them people bills, that's cute, whatever. But I'm gonna take care of this. That's what most men do now. If they can't, if they don't have the capacity to do that, that's up to you to say, okay, if I accept that or not. But to say that he's not a man because he can't do everything, I don't necessarily subscribe.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I think the priorities in a relationship, like the reason why you want a man. If you in a relationship because you want somebody that care about you, support you, and you support her, then more than likely, like the energy and the results of what you're gonna get out that relationship is just gonna be what it is. When you guys go through things like our relationships do, as we can see with Jada and Will, when you guys go through things, you guys gonna be able to figure it out, come through, work through that. But if your intentions to be with somebody is, I'm with him because he can give me money. Well, what if, again, like Gail was saying, what if he gets sick and he can't provide? You know what that says about you? What you gonna do? You up. So you ain't got no loyalty anyway. Because your loyalty ain't to me, it's to my money or to the money. Or if a dude, if I'm worth 500,000 and a dude like you that's worth 100 million, shoot a shot. You gone. So so the priorities that this young lady was posting and what she was talking about, based off what she was saying, she cared about the guy. She cared what the guy is doing for her.
Why y'all
Look at this. Let me ask you this.
Why y'all know? Like they get out to attract those type of women. You know that's what she want. That's what she like. No, everybody's materialistic or they want that type of stuff.
Okay, so back to the point. So number one, you mentioned that you said a couple things. You said that if a man is care of everything, then that man most likely is going to cheat. And then Tim said that woman she'll move on to the next person that's money. But if what's the difference? You get what I'm saying? Right, you get what I'm saying? So again, for me, if a man needs to pay all of the bills, but this is different in my mindset because I discuss this a lot. If you're gonna pay all the bills for me, I'm in finance. I'm gonna flip your money like Keisha did with old boy with Devil's
Gucci.
Yeah. Gucci. There you go. That's my mindset. We gotta trust each other in order to do it. I'm not in it to take all your money.
Ain't too many Keishas out here.
Buy a building. And this gonna be for us. So I'm a Keisha. If I had
a lot of Keisha from Bellies out
here. A millionaire, right? You get what I'm saying? If I had the type of money. So my mindset is different because you free me up. I ain't never had no man take care of me outside of my daddy. I've always been on my hustle legally, so I don't even know what it feels like.
You had to stress the word legally, huh?
Yeah, me one place, listen. Hey, work at the government. All these
subject is a man not a man if he can't send an answer to that question?
That's some bullshit.
No, he is still a man regardless of what he's bringing to the table. Reality is, and I'm probably jumping on a little bit with these statistics. Roughly around 10% of the United States only make over 6 figures. Let's start there. So the reality that these women is probably, they're going to jump on me, probably still single is because you're not going to run to a lot of affluent men like that. Okay, we have
6 figures is not.
Yeah, I was going to say,
I
especially
say
at the age.
finna address the elephant in the
ketchup
room.
is $10 a day now. You know what I mean? So 6 figures. You know what I'm saying? So, but then when you say 6 figures is not a lot of money, then you have to think about the man who's nowhere near 6 figures, so how he might feel. Okay, who's going to relationship with me? You understand what he brings to the table, what you bring to the table, and it should be a complete partnership. Over for himself to go on a guy's trip, this, that, and the third.
Yes.
If he's taking care of 100%, I think it's unfair. If that's what you guys decide to do, that's everybody's household is. As for me and my house.
If he doing it, what are you showing? And but what she basically was saying was, "It's mine." You know, that's basically what she's saying.
Invest that money for both of you all. If you're gonna pay all the bills, then your mindset, in my opinion, as a woman, is to take care of y'all.
Exactly.
Right? You know what I'm saying? You need to be smart. A lot of women are not smart.
Woke up and all my shit would have been
All right, so let me. You want to put it?
I got a question.
Let's want to get into this?
Yeah, it's one of them. From what I gather from what everybody's saying and what I didn't hear is the word trust.
Yes.
Like, how much do you really trust this person that you laying down with, or you put a ring on that person's finger? So, in all, if you don't trust them, it's gonna be hard for you to go forward to do anything. So we could talk about all this stuff, the money, this, that, and the third. Because think about it. If a person got bread, 9 out of 10 that woman knows that person got bread, so she can manipulate her way into a situation where she gonna make sure she can get taken care of. And then you got to think about ethnicity too. A lot of blacks are not, coming from money. You know, so if you work hard, both of you, because let's be honest, if you come from middle to low class, you need 2 incomes in the household. So it's gonna be tough for you to try to sit here and live this rich life, what you see on the media, and you trying to live up to all that. And what end up happening is you fail trying to follow what somebody else is doing. So I wouldn't want to put myself in a situation like that. But I've been like Shatima, I've been holding it, my own, maybe because a trust issue too. Because I'm like, I see red flags early. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go to the left. I ain't got time for it.
Why can't you talk about that? Can we talk about that? Why can't people communicate and say, okay, because it really is a trigger, right? And say, you know what, maybe a past situation that I've been in, this person did me wrong because person did me wrong, and I feel like that this is something that you're displaying, and it could just be a misunderstanding. I'm just asking.
We're gonna bring that up we're gonna bring that up on another show, because when I clicked the wrong link looking for TD Jakes, he did speak on that when it came to Genesis 20. So that's a whole other thing. So go ahead.
The Holy Ghost.
Hey, I'm just trying to get a foot on my wing when my day comes. That's it. Go ahead, E.
Just waiting on you in the room. And it goes back to what you said. You said a certain number of people that are like well over like 6 figures. You know what I'm saying? So you got a lot of, I'm just gonna say it, a lot of bush looking women. I'm saying it, with these extra high expectations of these men for the time, right? So I want to ask man, rest in peace to bro. I'm gonna say this to Lack. Old girl that was saying this stuff, right?
Yeah.
I don't even know if she watching, but if she is, hey, it is what it is. That's my point. How you on here saying like you want this man to do this, and you out here looking kind of pop?
So
like
you
gotta be a certain type of bitch to get a away. It's not gonna happen. You can't have a Red Lobster face. You gonna get motherfucking Hell's Kitchen or like it's not gonna happen.
A millionaire or a guy that makes $100,000.
Any that kind of bag is not gonna go for one of these chicks off at the mouth.
100,000.
I mean,
but it depends on the person though, man. But like, you might have that beautiful, human being. Come
on, Corey.
I'm just calling what it is.
We get the
no, I had to say that, bro. Be on the subject. It's a lot of women out here. They 4 or 5, 6, but they expectations is like, oh, he gotta take care of me. This, and I'm looking at you.
If you look at the people they look like, if you look at all the
the fuck out of me. I hate that.
gaslighting some shit.
Remember when Kevin Samuel told that girl who
I don't want no more smoke.
Remember when Kevin Samuel told that girl, he said, baby, you a flight attendant. I mean, you've been a flight attendant for 5 years. That means that you've flown all over. You've been in first class, everything. If you was that as you think, why? Somebody would have took you off that plane and said, you ain't got
Ain't no role I want to take care of me, but you gotta look a certain way. Let's just be honest.
Yeah, but that's
not
their fault. This is my only thing. If you're gonna focus on personality and act, I'm with you 1,000%. When you start, because what it happens is I work with little girls. What I have to do? He can piss me off real bad on social media. I said, your daughter is not attractive at all.
Oh.
No, because by beauty industry standards, stop coming at me talking about I'm fat nigga. I'm sick of you. So I had to get your mama, your sister, and all the bitches in your family since you want to talk bad about women. They're talking about somebody look. Your family look cute. Talk with them. I'm not talking about. What I'm saying is, a woman being treated correctly shouldn't be precedent on her looks. It should be her personality.
No, I agree.
So you said her looks was.
Flush the toilet.
Flush the toilet.
Everybody on out.
I'm sick of this argument. Stick with personality. She a funky attitude. If she just not. But when you say $100,000. $1,000 is not. Yes, that's all.
They want to be like love and
that's what I'm talking about.
But people, a lot of black men is out here flexing, saying I get a certain type of one over $100,000. Come on, man, and it's not even about $100,000 ain't shit.
All right, let me check this one because I think this is gonna be fair.
Sorry, let me.
When you say 100, hold on.
I do.
Because where I wasn't always working at the profession I'm working at, so I had some dark and I say
I had some bad days.
You can survive and live and manage a household with about 50 to 60K. Okay, you may not be able to do it the way that you get, but you will and you can manage. Okay, it's nothing against those people. If you quit it, so be it. I can't judge by this lifestyle. Now, when we say should men pay 100% of the bills, I'm going to start saying this. When it comes to a couple or a relationship, that's their fucking business. Okay, what is in the household stays, that's also. If I pay all the bills, that's between me and my spouse. That's our household. It ain't made for everyone to know. Okay? And we're going to have our understanding. Okay? But it becomes an issue when this comes from clout chasing and wanting to have something to brag about, where you got either one woman or one man who discloses these things to other women, and now you leave somebody in this situation. So now you spiral. You have a whole bunch of conflict where women say, "Oh, I should have to pay this because he should pay all the bills where she's staying." And see, now you're comparing situations, and you're dealing with your relationship is not the same.
What about the woman though who saw their father pay 100% of the bills, and that's what's in them? My dad did this, so that's what I'm expecting from my husband, to pay 100% of the bills.
So ask that question because I got a sister. I'm so glad you asked that question because I have a sister. Like I said, we didn't have a silver spoon in our mouth like some people in Beverly, for example. It was a shot, by the way. But anyway, it's different. They never drunk Kool-Aid out there before. This fucked me up. I was like, man, seriously, they never had Kool-Aid before. But what I'm saying is, when you come from a situation where it's poverty and you want the name, you're going to check the bag to live the lifestyle that you felt you missed out on as a child. Because you're looking at other kids and what they wore and stuff. Like, I'll be honest, I had to work before I bought my pair of Jordans at the age of 16. I had to work for those. My mom didn't buy it for me. I had to work for those things. And so I get my daughter, I'm like, okay, I try to do her the same way. But then that's what you call emotional and mental baggage in terms of upbringing. Okay? But like you said, if she grew up watching that, okay, she has to watch two sides. If you see your dad do this, you have to observe your mother and see how she moves. And if you're not going to do the same thing, then it's irrelevant.
Yeah, that was my response. If somebody saw your dad doing something, did you see the way your mom was, or the way that person's mom was in the same situation? So,
and I'm gonna say this in closing, man. I know we gotta move on from this. Like, I watched my stepfather. He pays all the bills. My mother is a stay-at-home mom, but aside, when he comes in that house, he's treated like a motherfucking king. Right. She's not talking back to him. his plate is made. Nobody does not touch it. Like this, I seen coming up. Don't touch it. He got the big piece of chicken. I'm telling you. He just had a party. But mama rolled out the red carpet, got him everything he wanted. Like, I mean, he deserves this because he takes care of the whole house. So that's what I saw growing up too. But I'm just talking about like the women who be flexing with it, like, nah, ain't no nigga, you know.
Like her.
You just gotta be a certain kind of bad bitch to do that. That's all I'm saying. Like, and when you humble with it, that's cool.
And we're gonna let you go to close out on this topic because the next one's gonna be kind of a little deeper.
I'm not saying that.
There's
Gonna be mad at this next one.
expecting stability and wanting stability and looking at somebody just for them to, you know, provide for you and just being materialistic. But like men are doing the same thing on the flip side, but it's a form of privilege too. It's like because you're saying she has to be a 10 or has to be bad in order to get this and that. But you were saying that should be a treatment should be not based on how they look. So you're saying you need to look this way, and some women are saying you need to have
exactly.
right.
That's what I'm
fine. Like you in college, like okay, I went to Northwestern, right? So pretty much everybody from my school is, you know, now we fast forward now they did, but when you're 16, 17, 18, you're gonna be in a confined environment where okay, so you get to know who you are. But when you pass that stage and you go that, and then you got somebody that's saying, well, I see it, and this is I see it, and I deserve it because I'm me. And then you look at the me that's saying that, and you like, I wouldn't even get you a 5-piece from Harold's, let alone trying to take care of you for pay every bill you got. You know what I mean? So like that's and it can be wrong, but like when your approach is that, don't be. Okay, it go back to what I said. The respect and the appreciation of what you give to that man or lack thereof reverts back to what's gonna come back to you. So her coming off like that, not just trying to work and I'm trying to myself and stuff like that. He's like, oh, okay. Oh no, I'm out here, I'm Chicago. What she do? She sneaks the air, take all the oxygen, I think all the breathing, anything like that.
That's when you say she ugly. That's when you.
Nah, that's the one you say. Shorty, you not one.
And there's a minimum standard of how you treat a woman, and if she's not deserving of that, then it's like, all right, kick rocks. But I'm not gonna not get you or do things that I would normally do for a woman just because it's like you just not it. You know? So
I told it to you in your relationship, and brother, I'm
that's a great way to close out this topic. Now, we will do the doubles of dating. We're gonna skip that. We're gonna say that for the next show. But the last topic for today, and it's based from the top 5 I got lined up. Is we go securities, okay? And we all have.
I know a girl who says she don't have no.
We all have.
That's that right, Katrina?
We all.
That's what I said. Everybody.
We all have.
What person ain't got an insecure thing?
She ain't got money.
She said she ain't got.
We all have buttons. If you come from poverty situations, you're gonna have that. You're gonna have situations that put you in a mindset where you might feel broke and you're not gonna. It's gonna trigger something. You're gonna have certain things in relationships where if a man starts doing, it's gonna trigger something about cheating. Okay. For us, I know speaking for men, if it's a chick that's always like or clean, we're gonna be like, man, she got some kind of daddy issues. It's gonna trigger something inside of us. It's like you want us to hold the bag for a lot of things. So the question is, how do you help or counsel somebody to work through their issues or baggage?
In a relationship or just
overall?
Tell them they should get therapy for sure. Directly, definitely.
That's a good one.
Love on them. Therapy will help that, especially
physical therapy.
Therapy, emotional, all that.
That's nut busting training.
You
that's secretion training.
You in your career, you a CEO, you got all this money and everything. Great. Use some of that to get yourself some counseling and heal that. Yeah.
Another thing, right? I don't know if this has anything to do with this, but I always told women this. I understand, like, you might have a problem with something I did. You might nag and vent, but it's kind of like I'm in place for all that. And sometimes you gotta pick shadows. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because you feeling this way, don't mean you gotta come at me and vent at me at that moment. Like, just,
chill.
Yeah, basically.
And I did bring this up in another top 5 where I said sometimes where women lose a good man at is they allow what they feel and what they think to dictate a relationship.
I agree with
that. And so it goes right in line with it triggers certain insecurities. And I feel like
Identify the source of the insecurity, first of all.
Okay.
You can love on someone too, but if you can't identify the source of insecurity, then you're gonna know real quick. If you know, we talked about this, you know, a couple of podcasts ago. If your man not responding to you in a timely manner, you got an attitude, or you upset, or your mind gone somewhere else. Why? What has happened in the past that transpired to allow you to feel that way or think that way? It could come from your man, it could come from your parents.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You have to identify the source of the insecurity and then help that person get through that part by showing them that this isn't that, and I'm not going to do this.
It's hard.
But they gotta
It's
be
hard.
I've
been there. It's hard, man.
Yes.
Been for a long time.
See, you want to chime in on this one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You sure is. Like, damn, man. Couple of miles up, people.
Hey, bro had like 2 cigars.
I'm letting y'all
2
get
cigars,
y'all
fresh
get
from
y'all
work.
roll, man.
So, kind of
I'm letting y'all get y'all roll. I think she said you just spoke like pretty much you got to the pinpoint of it. You gotta know what the problem is first. So how can you address something you don't really know what's going on?
You don't.
You know, so it's like you forcing something going to your point. If that person comes out and start going at you, now you feel like they nagging. I mean, it can be something as far as just working, you know, ain't enough, or making too much and I'm spending too much on certain you, or if you got kids, you know, and all this is probably too much, you know, you might have anxiety problems, you might have a bunch of things going on. Our point with me saying that, you know, internally we are built to hold a lot in. I don't know about today, but a lot of them are very emotional. This is what women be saying they want a guy to be, and when they do that, now they come out as being like them, like they got him in them ways. So it's like I don't
did she
know
do this
what
to
this
me?
2022. I don't know what the hell's going on. Man. I'll be kind of staying out the way.
I can
Don't wait on
Get emotional.
Right.
Trying to get emotional. They say you're in line, you there. It's like, damn.
And let me say
The right person is that's right.
Let me say this.
You know, it might be the most attractive person to you know the one that's in the public eye, because you got some people that just do date the most attractive because they match. She got other looking person. That person can be treating you like dog shit.
And you know what?
Man, just go with the dough that you know.
Here's the first step though. Here's the first step to be seen. This is top 5. I don't care what y'all say. When it comes to women, and y'all say that we don't open up enough, you give us the things that we don't need from a mental and emotional standpoint, and you deflect from the things and the conversations we have to have, because sometimes they're just way too hard where you just don't want to address them because it's going to cut deep. It's going to cut you down to the quick, as the old folks used to say. And so, and I was always told, the conversations that you think you shouldn't have are the exact ones you need to have. The tough conversations. Mm-hmm. All right? And that's a part of growth. Speaking of growth,
we got LeVar. All
right. This is gonna be more for the men this time.
Cool shit.
All right.
There you go.
What?
Wakanda forever.
I sat here in the beginning and said women have to learn her love from us.
Right.
We have to teach them that.
Okay.
So we have to understand, and as men, we have to be leaders, and
right.
we have to identify things.
Yeah.
And when we finished up with insecurities, this is my top 5 female insecurity men need to understand. Okay?
All right. I'm excited.
Things that women are insecure that we need to just understand. So number 1, body image.
Thank you. That's my trigger.
Are these in order how you feel about it? Shit.
I could tell a woman, hey, hold on, seriously. I could tell a woman, I could look a woman dead in the eye and say, hey, baby, you got the best body. You don't need to lose no weight. You good as is. In her mind, it doesn't trigger because she's seen and assessed and compare herself to other women who she may feel
BB-aliens, baby.
Who she'll make like she is, and so she's not gonna take it to any. She's not gonna hold it to any credence because mentally inside herself, that's an insecurity herself.
But if she feels she needs to make change,
right?
Because I'm one of those women. It ain't got nothing to do with the next woman. I'm comparing myself to what I was 5 years ago. Right. Mm-hmm. You saw that picture when I was smaller. I gotta get back to her.
All right. Number 2. Number 2. Cheating.
Black men don't cheat.
Women, I will say this. I sat here and said it, and this is the consistency in which I state my arguments. I said, we teach women how to love, but they magnify that shit by 10. So when we get that shit bold, you want to acknowledge it or not. So when we cheat on a woman, they do pour in, once they're taught how to love, they pour it back 10 times out. So when we do go creep off or whatever, that's why they react the way they do. It cuts deep.
I'm saying they pour more into you.
Yeah, they reciprocated 10 times.
Right, he's saying, they love
like,
you.
Okay.
We say you reciprocate. You give it back 10
the
times.
love.
Oh, you cheat back?
Nah.
I mean, if you want to go that route,
yeah, like
I know what he's saying.
Nah.
He's saying when we love a woman, they reciprocate it.
And
10 times that you magnify it.
So when he cheat, it hurt. That's why she.
Right.
It's deep. It's deep.
That when you cheat, she wants to love you harder. No.
If you want to go that route, and if you want to go that route, and I said women prevail in pain. When we cheat, it's with somebody around me. You're hurt when you fuck one of our buddies, some that we know intimately. So that comes back out 10 times. We're going to just be 100 now if you want to go that route.
Child, what whip you do?
No, he got a point. Y'all cheat different, and y'all cheat with y'all heart. Men, we don't get no fun. We just go, it's whatever. But y'all actually start liking the motherfucker.
Don't fuck the homie, babes.
All right.
Y'all back is really hard. I ain't gonna lie.
All right, number 3.
Okay, go.
Number three. Insecurities that we have to understand about women getting older.
Oh,
yes.
Just look at myself. I was
You
X
own
amount
it
of years
today.
ago.
Body image.
I was looking like X amount of years ago, so you start comparing yourself, and it's like, okay, you look at how your age and stuff. I told him one time, I said, I'm such and such. Nah, baby. He said, you like wine. You get better with age. Just let be. You good. Trust me.
Made it feel good.
Yeah, they be going through their phone showing pictures of their old self. Like,
all right, I'll take that back. I'm lying. Hold on. I'll take that back. I ain't being full disclosure. I did a Christmas gift.
Come on now.
Be honest about that. But it was worth it, goddammit. So, but hey, I understood.
What they say, you such a sweet talker.
Yeah. Nah, I didn't say it. I said something to make her feel more secure within herself.
Sock it to me.
There you go.
Sock it to me now. You know she's gonna use one of them type of words.
All right.
That means she's 50 then.
Sock it to me, baby. You jive.
Number 4. Insecure about their image.
What you mean by that?
Yeah.
They feel that the more that they accomplish individually, professionally, it's harder for them to find an ideal mate. Because in their mind, they feel like men are threatened by their success.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
It's on one.
When I got my very first promotion, that nigga told me, like, man, I feel like Bobby and Whitney now.
Wait a minute.
And I'm like,
You smoke crack, don't you?
So, part of me, 20% of me started feeling like, man, I gotta slow it down now. God was like, no, get yourself, get out of that mindset. Because you're gonna block your blessings thinking you need to go down your ambitions because of how this Negro in his feelings. No, continue to do you, but no, you're absolutely right. It's some men that do feel that.
That would be city work for
She your woman on for being
She
successful.
my
Right.
one of my
You
good
know, the
friends.
boss be how we roll with it.
Because they
Y'all
insecure
could be
that
on
you're
it.
going to leave. It happens. That's
Yeah.
what a lot of men be
Look,
complaining.
before you go, I had this conversation today. I promise you, literally, like what y'all saying. Listen, I told the girl, I said, it's like this. If you went to school to be, just like you went to school to be not electrical, but like some type of engineer.
I got an electrical engineering group.
Yeah, okay, yeah, but like they
State, baby. HBCU, baby.
they one of them people that
I got no power,
program. They the people that program for Google. That went to Northwestern.
Okay.
I can't be mad at you if I decided to hoop and Google was paying you whatever they pay you.
Right.
That's what you got in school for.
Yeah.
I should be proud of you for being elite here. That has nothing to do with, we pointed out earlier, me as a man, anything. That's what your brain and what the gift that you got you. I should be happy for that.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be mad. I didn't want to sit in them classes, in them calculus classes. I was a communications major. I wanted to hoop. So why am I mad at you for for that success. Yeah. That's crazy to me.
Yeah.
But I literally had that conversation today about that.
Yeah, and that, like I said, these are insecurities that we got to understand about women have.
Bro.
Which leads me to number 5. The big one. Losing their independence. Because, and it's on the cut for boys, because when you get to a relationship or a marriage, people have a insecure thing like, I can't no longer be myself. Right. Because they are in a relationship with somebody. And they feel like, okay, I have to be all in on this guy and cater to him and stuff, and they feel like they're dependent at that point. They feel like it's a fear of losing their independence because they can't go and do what they want to do. And that goes, like I said, it kind of cuts both ways because women have to stand that about us men as well. Because both ways, and I understand it. You may not be able to go on as many girls' trips. Let's take the men out of the equation for a second. If they have a kid and there's mom, you can't go hang out with your girls. Because you got a baby, or maybe you got to raise. I mean, that fear and insecurity. And so when we have, we try to woo them into bed, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. They have that fear of getting pregnant and stuff like that, and because it's a loss of their independence, their freedom. You know what I'm saying? That's my top 5.
Nice, bro. You've been on a 3-year road, bro. Like, the thing you start off with,
Y'all got any Republicans?
Nah, that was fire. All 5 of them was fire.
Wait a minute.
Bro, you've been
Now I
on
can
the
hate
road.
you know what I'm saying?
You've been on
baby.
I
can hate. Hold on. Hey, I can hate. Hey, mama, this is for you. Get my good ass. You know what I'm saying?
Do your genuine.
That's next show. That's next show.
Midnight Maya trying to be you.
But when you get married, you it's sacrifice. Being on the team. Being on the team is sacrifice.
Exactly.
If you compare that to basketball, when LeBron, D Wade, and Chris Bosh came, they all demand in their respective places. But when they came, they have to sacrifice for the betterment of the championship. Yep. When you get married, you have to have mentality. Otherwise, the marriage is not gonna work.
But it's not simple superstars any team.
No, you're right. It's team.
Please don't bring up LeBron.
No. I'm going to fill on this one. Lack, hold on.
Knew we couldn't this show without mentioning that boy.
No, listen to me. I said lack in the city of Chicago was all area, all state, all Big Ten, all American, everything.
Yeah, lack was a
but he could go on a team and it's not going to take. He has to make sacrifices. He could probably go out there and score 15, 20 in an NBA game right now.
I want your teammates to know.
But if he's going to be on the team, he has to play a role. It's understandable.
And when you get married, you gotta believe in your teammate.
I thought you was gonna,
independence might have to
skip Bayless. You know what I'm saying?
Suggestion. Going back to we were talking about in terms of ambition. Maybe mindful of the language you use, and I have the intent of making her feel less than or making her feel like there's something wrong, but language matters. Hearing things like being bossy, you too opinionated. I had one ex say that, this was years ago, and at the time I didn't realize how much it impacted me, but he was like a blue collar worker, which I don't have a problem with, but that was his way of saying like he couldn't really handle, I guess, the type of woman I was. I don't even say just success because I don't even see it that way, but it just language matters. Whether they call me boss, like I just delegate, and I know how to communicate my needs. Calling me bossy makes me feel like it doesn't feel good. Neither does
communication.
Like,
that's more of a communication thing in 2 ways. Like you know how to communicate doesn't mean he knows how to communicate.
Right.
And if you notice, the people who communicate the best are extremely comfortable and know each other, which is something that we don't take the time. Both men and women, we don't take the time to do no more. We want micro relationships now.
I think it's more talking at a person.
Yeah.
When a person feel like you talking at them, they gonna automatically defend. And you talk to them, that becomes a conversation. It becomes you
and it's funny you said
language matters. Like even with kids, when you talking to a child and you telling them like you sound like they bad, what you say and how you say it makes a difference. It's like they could choose to be bad behavior, but there's a reason. You know what I mean? It's like it's how you communicate, whatever that is. Because one way can make them feel like your personality is something wrong with them. And one way make them pout like, okay, you're just very vocal. And it's like,
so in a relationship or marriage, you're changing simple wording. Like if you come in the house and you like, hey, communicate that and say, no, hey, we need to learn how to do better. That's totally different.
And here's another thing.
Exactly.
I'm about to go left.
Yeah.
I'm in that kind of mood. Be very bothered when a man called him a bitch, right? No, listen.
Shout out to Corey Hogan.
He said you gotta be able to call a woman a bitch when you're having a good time. So for instance, like said like be having a good time.
You
Like
say
this girlfriend. Oh, you that you want me? You can. That's word from a one. If you want to piss me off, call me bro.
I concur with him.
Like that.
Hey, we push.
I'm gone. Better give it to. I think he finna give it to
Jimmy.
I know this nigga got weed in his head.
Jimmy.
Google it. You got weed.
Hey man, you a good ball player. You were trying to grow. You got the braids. We look up today. You got dreadlocks.
I knew it was always something about him that I knew it.
If you're trying something different, that's on you. It's your health. But we can't talk about women out here. And you doing this, man. Like, come on,
You giving the bro? I'm finna give me some weed.
Hold on, did he wear dress like D-Wade?
I mean,
No, he got weed dreads all the way down to his motherfucking knees.
I'm like, Jimmy,
He out
what
there
are you
playing
doing?
ball for real life.
Jimmy,
Fake
Jimmy, no.
weave dreads.
Cut it off, man.
He look like the
Fetty
real life.
Wapman, man.
Yeah.
He like the real life Joanna man.
I mean, he a great ball player, but I'm just shocked. Jimmy doing that.
I always knew it was something.
But
Always knew it.
I mean, but can't get on him. That's on him. 'Cause I seen in the barbershop, my own eyes,
Another goofy
guys
mom.
put the waves in their
wave
bald head.
wig?
The next day you see they got the waves in their head, or they got
Finna give me a wave
fro.
wig.
I'm like,
Oh, you talking about the dudes that be on Instagram?
Yeah.
They got the
I'm like, you got your
You got the
man.
dreads
Ball head.
off. Still my. I'm
Jimmy,
gonna do it. I love it in a while. Y'all gonna see me next with my head when me down here.
I'm definitely
All right, hey, with that being said, man, hey, we gotta go ahead and wrap up the show, man. I want to first of all go ahead. I want you guys.
I got some shout outs though.
Let's go ahead, Corey, kick us off, man.
All right. Shout out to my man Joe Fo. He got
Joe
One
Fo,
Life Studio
baby.
back open. I just saw it today, and that's where the birth of One Life started from. With
where we got
Young, Major, Menace, rest in peace, my boy Money Bags.
Money bags, baby.
You know, E. Yilly,
Some of my
Maestro.
best songs was
you
recorded
know.
at that spot. For real.
Shout out to Max Julian, who just did thing,
Yeah.
waiting on him
Been
to
going
drop
crazy.
a new
He's
album.
Still going crazy.
Shout out to my
We
man
need another
Pocket.
interview with Max.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's
He was
coming.
just in the
Yeah.
he was
Got
just in
to.
our last show.
That's coming.
Agree to wait. Gotta go dress into it and not leave more to drop well. But these water type guys are to what we you more people tune in, but a lot of them I give them a try, but I've been seeing a story. So shout out to them 4 guys right there. Shout out to One Life Studio.
Yeah, cause I thought you tonight.
Hey, 3
Oh, I got 2 more. I got 2. Oh, of course, shout out to Corner Convo. They always doing their thing, man. One of the top podcasts in the city. Shout out to King Chicago Day. He doing the thing, I haven't yet, but I'm like, man, I know we can make it here. But I'm almost on the verge of saying, man, I see why people leave. So if they choose to leave and go be more successful, I get it. Yep. It took for a curfew to tell them that, like, man, you would be surprised, bro. A lot of stuff musically.
You get more
It's
support
hard.
outside.
Yeah,
you
man.
get
Man, I've been saying that for
you.
years. It's the city of hate.
I was just naive to it. Let me just say it.
I plan on
So,
moving out to Chicago in a couple years.
shout out to the 14th.
Big in basketball.
Big in basketball.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
we in the
we
building.
there.
It's gonna be at Collins High School.
Let's talk about a shot. We'll be in the building.
We gotta
Inside
be
the
there.
NBA of the hood.
I mean, like for real. To
Y'all
see
on
a
the
lot
roll
of-
on that one, man.
To see a lot of the
Yeah,
guys
we
that's
actually
doing their
on
thing,
that.
and it's like the title, it's big in the basketball. They trying to pass down the history of Chicago basketball, saying like, look how our camaraderie is. We still friends today. We ain't out here trying to hurt each other or take each other out. So shout out to DeAndre and all the guys on the staff just putting that together.
Okay.
Right.
Who's next, man?
I'll go. I want to give a shout out to the panel, of course. The last show I couldn't be here. I had a situation that arose that was beyond my control, and shout out to the brothers because they held me down. You know what I'm saying? That's why I have to come through and represent today. Want to give a shout out to the ladies. Once again, y'all came through. Y'all killed it. Y'all are basically like an extension of the show.
Yes.
Without y'all, you know what I'm saying, it really wouldn't be the same. So especially y'all too, because y'all are like very consistent. So we definitely appreciate that, man. I want to give a shout, like Corey said, shout out to Joe Fo opening back up the studio. Y'all know I'm an artist. I recorded some of my best music in there, so it's good to see that place back open. Very nostalgic, a lot of memories. CL can tell you all about that. That's our home ground right there. And
Windy City Bust Down.
yeah. And I want to give a shout out to a friend, Nakia. She's having a Taco Tuesday at Ultimate Cigar Lounge next Tuesday. The entry fee covers, you get 3 tacos with it. It's gonna be popping. It's gonna be buzzing. You get the hookah. You get the 3 tacos. I want all of y'all to come out, kick it. We trying to turn it up. You know what I'm saying? Friends help friends, so we trying to build that up for her. You know what I'm saying? And, yeah, those are my shout outs, man. I don't have no rent. No rent for this.
Well, shout out to my brothers, man. So, like, what we doing, let's talk about the shot. We will be in attendance August 14th, College High School. We will be doing interviews. We'll be senior game. Well, actually, we'll probably be recording game. We'll see. We're definitely going to be in attendance. Shout out to our phenomenal ladies and our, like, phenomenal crowd. They just, I mean, we grow. I always say this to the guys, whether we at a show or whether it's in our group chat. Like, we just get better. Like, I know I grow every show, every time, and so I appreciate just all the love, support, and the wisdom that is all shared between us. And man, it's summertime shot. I will be down at Lollapalooza. You know what I mean?
I ain't never been.
Me either. I would love to go.
But I'm everywhere.
Hey, you
might
right
be on
about
stage.
that.
Black might be on
Dallas,
stage.
Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? I'll see y'all soon. I'm out here.
Just never know where you'll see lack. I'm telling you.
But look at this lineup: YG,
Okay.
J. Cole,
Okay.
Oh, J. Cole.
Never seen
him
what's the
live.
boy from Big Sean?
Okay.
And then there's Dirk.
Little
Saturday Live.
Okay.
So
Shout out
and
to
tonight, Jasmine Summer.
I don't want to be down there when Dirk performing.
You don't want to be down there with Dirk?
Hell no.
Well, the baby just got on stage right now.
I'm good.
Okay. All right, so I got a couple, man.
But J. Cole.
First of all,
Oh, definitely Cole.
I got to thank you ladies for coming through, along with the fellas, the panel here, man. Give yourselves a round of applause. Also, want to give out the fans that couldn't be here that's tuning in via YouTube and Facebook Live. I want to give y'all guys a hand as well.
Like and subscribe. Very important.
Very important, man, for the growth of the show. I'm going to piggyback off what Ooch said, because we're part of it. THC, Taco and Hookah Tuesday.
Oh, yeah.
Starting August 2nd at Ultimate Cigar and Hookah. $25. You get 3 tacos.
Bar gonna be on the ones and twos.
I'm going to be on the ones and twos.
You a DJ now?
Yeah, I do a lot.
He's a man of many talents.
I do a lot.
Hey, but Bob, what about if I add 15
And he a
more
good
dollars
cook
to
too, even though I wasn't invited to that
You gonna get you a
last.
few more tacos.
You know what I'm saying,
Okay.
Nene?
Okay, I'm gonna come.
But then that's 40. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole other story. That's 40.
What if I add 15 more dollars to the 25, Bob?
But you know what? Y'all gonna like my shirt next podcast. Though,
Okay.
That you said. You gonna like my shirt. I think Corey the only one that's seen it though. Somebody else has seen it too.
Ratchet, man.
But hey, also want to give a shout. Hey, Darren Gross, aka DJ Surprise. He's doing private events, man. Get at him on Facebook, IG.
You doing another backyard?
That
boogie?
backyard boogie.
He's
I'm not missing
doing
it.
backyard boogie too.
I'm not missing it.
I
September
cannot
11th
wait.
of this year.
Oh my God, that was the event of the
Event in Chicago.
and me and Bob stumbled upon that shit.
All right.
I
No,
like the dance.
I'm on Corey. I need to give a shout out to Nigeria Urban Entertainment. They did TSTO. I was down in Dallas.
Oh, I'm sick.
I had a motherfucking ball down there.
Sick, man.
Like one of my
Just don't go on my page. Don't go on my Facebook page. Hey, yeah, I did my thing.
You gonna
That's
rub
all
it
I'm
in.
saying. You know what I'm
And
saying?
he definitely rubbed it in, and rightfully so. I was watching a
I
live
want you
video,
guys to
mad
go.
as hell.
I was like, y'all need to come with me.
Next year for sure.
And I said, fuck it, I'm going by myself, goddammit. I thought I was this close to bagging up my damn self. I'm glad I went solo. Okay?
Didn't make it.
I also want to give a shout out to the people out there that welcomed me in, treated me like family, etc. We had a ball. I can't wait to see y'all that way. Yeah.
Outside.
Let me know who
Come on.
go into details of the story.
Like,
Oh yeah, got 2 black-owned businesses I want to come out here and promote. Curvaceous Beauty Wet Bar by Doretha Dyson. She's a mobile mixologist. So any kind of party events, I'm gonna put it into the link down below because she has a bar scan. She does private. I got the one to real. I know me and Boots is out here at the at the hookah spot.
Yeah, we feel me.
Oh yes, Marketplace, Tima.
Oh yeah, right.
Most importantly, and I know I'm premature on this.
Happy your gift next show.
August 15th is my birthday.
All right, I said I was premature, but hey, I know we ain't gonna do a show before the 15th, so I won't have a chance. But right now, I just want to say
I'm gonna
happy
drop my
birthday.
gift off to you.
So, hey, with that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm just getting it. You know, we gotta show our
That
appreciation.
sounds like something else, but okay.
All right, so.
Oh, you talking about drop off?
He said, I'm gonna come drop my gift off to you.
I can get that thing going, but hi, cause you got a fire.
Let me be riding down here, see you coming out of here. Like, what you doing?
Okay, let's wrap up the show.
Like crazy.
And
You gonna walk out of here
Show up in my
sweating.
police uniform.
and for the and we got like new slang we gonna drop on y'all for 2023.
Okay.
We gonna drop it early though.
What?
One of them, we give y'all one of the words. Yamps.
What
That's
about
one
you?
of the words.
You
One
is
of
ready for this
Poetic
sex show.
justice. Yeah.
Yamps.
I can't wait for this sex
sex
show.
show.
Hold on.
Ready.
Hold on. I
can't wait for the all female show, too.
I got another slang too.
What?
Oh, Lord.
Ladies don't get mad because it's actually in a good way.
Okay.
Alopecia.
It's time to go, man.
Yeah.
I hope.
Please.
I hope.
Yo.
Not to get sad though, but to close out the show, like I said, the title of the show is in that order, and I said it like this to close out the show. Older person told me a long time ago, buy the house will never stay. You follow these steps, you have a happy relationship, you have a happy home, and you have a foundation and a house that'll stand for a very long time and for generations to come.
Email it to me so I can remember.
Man, with that being said, we are out of
Time to
here.
go smoke
We
you
will
dope.
catch
Other
y'all
side of the pillow.
on the other side of the pillow.
That's shit, Katrina, baby.
Huh?